Alright guys, let's unbox again, and this time it's a package from Severin Films and it's a Bosomania! Time for another Bosomania, I'm sure of it. So let's crack this sucker open. No, let's not do that yet. I wanna show you this first. Okay, this is a Nordic release. Nicholas Winding Refn's Pusher trilogy in 4K Ultra HD format. Now, I'm pretty sure that this has not been released previously on Ultra HD format, so I will present you first this little box here. First up, hey, check out this packaging. It's nicely simplistic, very red indeed. And I bought this from my hometown Levykauppa X. I ordered it from online, but I asked delivery from their shop, and gladly there is one in my hometown, Tampere. So I got this without any shipping fees. So it cost me 74.95 €. So let's dig in what's in this box. What is the contents of this very red box then? Okay, first up we have Pusher. Yeah, no anything any text whatsoever. Very stylish and some little text, and mind you, all this text is in Danish. So it's a Nordic release, and you can judge by Nordic release that we have three separate age limits. 15 for Denmark, 18 for Finland, and I think the final 18 is for Norwegian. I don't know why does it not have like Swedish age limits, because Sweden is also a part of Nordic countries. So far I have only seen Pusher 1 and 2. Okay, I have seen number 3 previously, but from this 4K Ultra presentation. Okay, Pusher 1. Okay, one 4K disc here, and okay, it's a 4K disc with Dolby Atmos sound mix and commentaries. Not sure if the commentaries are in English or in Danish, because I think it was Nicholas Winding Refn's commentary on this disc, but haven't listened to it, so I cannot comment on that. But very stylish, very simplistic, and I will have to comment on the picture and audio. First up, Dolby Atmos mix. I believe the original mix is in Dolby Stereo, but the Atmos mix is pretty robust. Okay, the 4K Ultra HD picture is like, okay, it's no Dolby Vision, no HDR, so it's pretty bare bones, and I think this may be like a directorial choice. Maybe director Nicholas Winding Refn didn't want any HDR mixing, but I don't know. Maybe it can also be like the label didn't want to, you know, mix to fuck up a picture. I don't know, but there's resolution to be seen, but I bet that if you would put Blu-ray and 4K side by side, I don't think you would see too much of a difference. But for me, it was a clear update, because I only have the like a very crappy old DVDs of this, so it was a no-brainer for me. Okay, Pusher 1 was this kinda, and Pusher 2 looks like exactly like it, except for the name, and then Pusher 3 is there as well. Now this is something that I have not seen. But for the comments of this, both Pusher 1 and 2 and 3 also, they are excellent films. It was nice to visit them again, and there's a Finnish video with Apache coming shortly. Great stuff, and very rough, like Nordic crime thrillers, starring Kim Bodnia and Mads Mikkelsen. And Kim Bodnia is only in this first one, but this second one is the story of Mads Mikkelsen. Very rough, very like rough on the edges, and very like documentary style films. I highly suggest that you check it out, especially people who have not seen this and don't live in the Nordic countries. Maybe you haven't even heard about this. Definitely go check out Pushers. Okay, because they are great. Okay, this box also contains the booklet about making of the film, some essays and shit. This is half English and half Danish, so I don't know anything about Danish language, but unfortunately this is also in English, but cannot comment on it. But it has a nice set of like older posters, because that is the other thing, because this also includes the trilogy of older movies. Stjärnborders Hjälte. These are also in 4K outright. So see, these are kind of like old Danish films that supposedly, not supposedly, because the cover says that Nicolas Winding Refn was inspired by these Danish films when he made the Pusher trilogy. I haven't watched any of these, so cannot comment on these films. But Stjärnborders Hjälte, Mellem Vänner. That probably means my very weak Danish language understandability says that this means among friends, between friends, and this means some Stenbro and some heroes of something. Stenborens, I don't know what's that. And then Kalkir Centralen Villa Vennely. This is also a 4K Ultra HD. So. I'm actually looking forward in watching this. And also this thing includes Gambler, a documentary about Nicolas Winding Refn's hard years, because after he made that film Fear X, which was a horror film, which I have never seen, it flopped perfectly. So then he was like a very down couple of years. So this documentary tells about those years, and this too is also a 4K Ultra HD. So this box doesn't have any Blu-rays, but it has 4K Ultra HDs up the ass, and 74 euros and 95 cents. I think it's a stylish compilation of different films, and even though it doesn't have Dolby Atmos, I mean Dolby Vision or HDR, I think this was a definite upgrade from the DVDs, for me at least. Yeah. Tell me in the comments what do you like about Nicolas Winding Refn, and also I have put the links to Videospace. You can go there and see more details about this release. I have gathered there some information about this, so you can also enter your reviews and put them on your own list. But now, without further ado, let's do the Severin dance, baby! Yeah! It's open. This package includes pre-orders, and first pre-order was this called The Pickup, a Blu-ray film from a Blu-ray release of a film from year 1969, and this was directed by Lee Frost, the guy who made at least Black Gestapo and what was the concentration camp, Love Camp number 7. So he's a very prolific exploitation director, but I think this was his first film. Okay, so what is this film about? So The Pickup is about this kind of like a reservoir type of guys who are taking this money delivery from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and they get seduced by a couple of girls in their way to Las Vegas, and to Los Angeles, and then the girls seduce them and fuck them, and they steal the money. So the final film, the rest of the film is these guys trying to get the money back. Now this is something that you call a roughie, and roughie is something that they made in the late 60s, like this films that are rough towards the women and so skin and so kind of like a nihilistic ways to treat women. Now, Distripix from Vinegar Syndrome has been specialized for these roughies, and these roughies are they're just, I'm just learning about the roughies, and they are like, I'm getting into these things, and yeah, there's something to them, but they're interesting movies. Doris Wishman also made roughies, but I think this was okay. Towards the end, there are a couple of brutal scenes that I doubt that nowadays wouldn't even pass an R rating, because there's a scene where the other guy, they're torturing the ladies. A little bit spoiler, but he's like torturing the lady with taking the electrical cord and putting it in the wall and putting the electrical cord, different power currents in her nipples and electrocuting her. That's pretty brutal. So, interesting film. and also starring genre producer legend, a guy called David F. Friedman. So this guy is probably mostly known as a producer of H. Gordon Lewis's films like Blood Feast and films like that, but he made a bunch of films. And this second disc here, Mau Mau Sex Sex, it's a documentary about this guy, David F. Friedman, and also his colleague Dan Sonny. These guys were like responsible of inventing this whole roughy genre. So a great documentary and interesting film. I'm not saying it's a good film, but an interesting film. I can recommend it with reservations, of course, but if this is something that is like interesting to you, mind you, it's also in black and white, something that is interesting to you, go grab it. Yeah. No slipcover here and no nothing except for the extra disc. Okay, the next one is something called Nightrain Murders, and this was like a blind buy for me. Let me explain a little bit. Blind buy in that sense that this was a 4K release and this has already been released on Blu-ray, and I thought that I don't have this film at all, but hey, look what I found here. Nightrain Murder. So I have the Blu-ray and I presumably have seen it because I have put it in the shelf, but I didn't remember having this. So kind of like this was kind of like a not necessary after all, a blind buy, but this at least is a 4K Ultra HD update. So and I bet the master of this thing is much more better than the master in this ancient Italian classic collection. But Nightrain Murders is about this, I don't know, Nightrain Murders. The Italian sleazy slasher film, or like a home invasion movie, in this case the home being Night Train. I always confuse these two films. I confused this with the what was the other Italian slasher movie that is set in the train? The Terror Train or something. It's not a Terror Train because that was the Jamie Lee Curtis movie. It's the Terror Express. Yeah, I confuse that always with that. But hey, looking forward in watching this. It's a 4K Ultra HD. So there's a 4K Ultra HD here, and then there's the Blu-ray, and also in a Severin limited edition way, there's a soundtrack even. So definitely much more better than this, but it's time to refresh my memory of this film. And yeah, it has a slipcover, and I think it's a nice slipcover. Don't you agree? Yeah, that's that. Put that in there. Yeah. And then, hey. Okay, I have to say, I love the artwork here. It's fantastic. It's cheesy, but it's at the same time it's very gorgeous and interesting looking. This looks like these kind of old pulp comic book or novels. If I would have seen this back in the day when I was like going to the Divari, the second-hand shop, I would have seen something like this if it would have been like a comic book or a film. This would have definitely grabbed my attention. Groundbreaking horror. Okay, so this is a series of four films, and the films are Terror is a Man, Brides of Blood, Mad Doctor of Blood Island, and Beast of Blood. Now, I do have Mad Doctor of Blood Island and Brides of Blood as an older Severin releases on Blu-ray, and these are also on Blu-ray, but I got these from sale. I think they were like $7 a pop, but these are like only these films, but this includes the other two films of this 4-movie series, and I know there was a previous box of this, but that box was released like I think it was released in the 2018 maybe, and this is long sold out, and I'm kind of curious, why did they make this revamp of this box? I have absolutely no idea. Have these been remastered in any way? It says here all 4 films have been scanned uncut in 4K with improved color and audio, but yeah, these are not 4K restorations. Does it say here in 4K? It says here, featuring a 4K scan from newly discovered 35mm interpositive. So I suspect that these are the same release quality-wise. But let's check out what's in here. Okay, this is another very good-looking box. Let me open it for you. Okay, looks fucking fantastic. I like it. I like it. Very stylish, and the color palette in this cover is absolutely fantastic. I think they did a very good job for this one. So, okay, this includes 2 films in a 2 Blu-rays. So these are on a separate disc. So I don't think that these films are that long that they can easily fit in a single Blu-ray. 2 films without losing any quality. Okay, maybe I should do some sort of comparison, but I think that would be a waste of time. But yes, I have seen Brides of Blood and Mad Doctor of Blood Island, and both of these are very funny movies, kind of like a cheesy Filipino monster movies. And I'm looking forward in watching the Terror is a Man and Beast of Blood, because those I haven't seen. But I think I will have to watch all of this. I want to watch them chronologically. Now these are not necessarily are related with each other, these films. But yeah, nevertheless, I want to see. I want to see the evolution of these films. Okay, but yeah, hey. Great looking cover, and at least these 2 films are great quality films. Yeah. But now the Bosomania, oh yes, the Bosomania. So hey, Severin Films put out Motorpsycho and Up from Russ Meyer, and I did this Bosomania video previously, and I have not watched this. I think I have seen Up, but not Motorpsycho. The Finnish television channel number 4 showed these at the end of the 1990s. So I think they showed Up and Super Vixens and Beneath the Valley of Super Vixen and also the Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. Maybe some else too. But I don't think I have seen Motorpsycho. But maybe if I have seen it, I just don't remember. But hey, wait a second. Wasn't they supposed to have a slipcover? These 4K Ultra HD. Ah, okay. I was getting like very worried about that, because okay, Severin put separately these slipcovers. So, oh my God! Now I would have like go to fucking strangle the neighbor's grandma if I didn't get the slipcover, because that's how serious of an emergency would that be. Just kidding. I would not strangle her. I would hit her with an axe. Yeah. Okay. Here are the slipcovers for Up and Motorpsycho, and yeah, let's check out the entrails of the Motorpsycho then. Motorpsycho, and I will make a video of this separately once I have watched this. So, including Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD, and this is also available as a Blu-ray standalone release. I think these were 39 euros. 39 euros. I'm talking about euros a piece, and I think this was perhaps a cheaper. Okay, I don't remember the price, but you can see the prices when you go to severinfilms.com. Let's see the entrails of Up 2. I suspect that it is looking very much similar than the previous one. But put that in the comment, have you seen these, and do you want me to do like a video walk of these? But I would be glad to do that, because I'm definitely gonna be watching these, like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe even then. But that was the box for Severin. Okay, so if you're doing these like Italian movies remaster on 4K, now I didn't get the Nights of Terror, the Rats Nights of Terror, Zombie Creeping Flesh, because I have Zombie Creeping Flesh on 4K, and I didn't get the Mountain of Cannibal Card, because not necessarily my favorites of Italian cinema, but If they are still available when the next Severin sale comes up, I will be glad to update those two, because these are great boxes, these containing soundtrack. I'm not telling that, but yeah, a little bit steep price, 40 euros per one piece, so kind of like a hard sale. But yeah, I understand that nowadays everything costs money. But if Severin is listening, make a 4K upgrade of this. I promise to be the first one to buy it. Day one, The Beast in Heat. God damn, this is so crappy film, but hey, it's fun crap. Fun crap for sure. That's right, Beast in Heat, or should I say Best in Heat. Yeah, that's all for this video. Write a comment if you have any question for me, and hit that like button and subscribe the channel. Catch you in the next video talk then. Bye.